Hey, what's up with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls as always. Taku Nikki Komodi's Nintendo Swimming for 2011 here, aka MannyTendoWolverine. You guys know the rest of the journals and outro sports channel on my Twitter, Instagram, Bishu, Brighteon, Odyssey, Rumble, Telegraph, and probably any other social media platform site you guys can think of as well. Anyways, Legend of Zelda, again, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, quality of life, it should say. Trailer looks like a serious upgrade. This comes from Jason Collins, and before it began, two real quick things I want to get out the way. Two original stories I originally wanted to cover. I still may or may not for this one, for this brand new news that came out about the Ghost of Tsushima update that they're going to do for the PS4 players, and then again for PS5 players that own the PS4 or PS5. From Sucker Punch Studios. I'm not sure if Sucker Punch Studios made this decision or Sony, the company itself, made this decision to tell them, to force them to do this decision, which I wouldn't be surprised, because we know in 2018, I think it was 2019, 2020. I think it was 2019, yeah, 2019 or 2020. That's when that game started blowing up pretty huge in popularity. My God, it was one of the biggest, top 5 biggest original Sony PS4 games of all time before PS5 existed, which was last year, even though granted, there's still a shitload of people out there like myself that don't have one, but like I said, I don't get it by the end of this year. It's probably going to be next year for damn fucking sure. I gotta get it. Especially those two new colors that they just came out with last month. That Cosmic Red and like Vanta's Super Ultra Dark Outer Space Black, whatever it's called. Looks pretty kick-ass, I will admit. There's that type of news, and then they said they're going to raise it to almost like $90 to almost damn near $100, which is kind of fucked up, to be honest. The Sucker Punch is going to make all this uncut directed content. They're going to have it for people that spend $100 more extra dollars for this shit, or $90 instead of $60, which is originally supposed to be. They're going to have new little extra merch. They're going to have brand new extra little figurines you get with this extra DLC pack. You know, I'm not sure if it's really worth spending another $90 or $30 altogether, which is really $90 for people that haven't played Ghost of Tsushima. It is what it is, ain't what it ain't. So, not sure how to feel about that. I just think it's a scummy, fucked up move that either Sony's fault for doing that shit, or if it's Sucker Punch Studios' fault for doing that. Honestly. So there's that. And then this other news, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to it. I might have to let it go. Because like I said before in a reaction video I did 2 days ago about Kyle Massey, aka the dude that was in That's So Raven, as Raven's little brother, the one I knew his role for the best. And then his other show he ended up doing, I think it was 2007, 08, 09. Obviously, I didn't really grow up with that one because I was already like 18 and over. I was already a grown-ass adult by that point. I wasn't even watching American cartoons anymore. I was still watching anime, which I still do now, but not as much as I used to, which I really want to get back into again. They did the whole Cory in the House thing, which then years later ended up being a meme like, oh, Cory in the House, best anime of all time. And anyways, long story short, the dude Kyle Massey unfortunately got busted for like sexing a minor that was like 13, 14 years old. Texting and grooming and shit like are his allegations. Allegedly. I gotta say allegedly. I don't get my fucking ass in the court. Screw that shit. So, well, yeah. And he knew this little girl since she was fucking 4 years old. What kind of evil, satanic, demonic bullshit is that, man? That is so fucking evil if that's true. Which he is a part of Disney, and unfortunately, there's a lot of evil, fucked up, dark, satanic, Illuminati, Freemason, New World Order bullshit history with Disney. So I try not to watch too many of their big-ass movies from Marvel, as tempting as hell as that is. But anyways, this is the action-adventure shit. Yeah, so it's fucked up that he did that. So let's begin with this. It comes from Jason Collins, like I said before. Legend of Zelda trailer, serious upgrade. Serious. Serious upgrade. So there's that. I'm not sure if I'm going to get time to get to all 4 of these things. This one I'm going to use for another time. One of the FaZe Clan members, unfortunately, they use a lot of their influence and power to have a lot of their younger child and teenager audience to be gambling, alcoholic gamblers. As crazy as hell as that shit is. I'm not sure which FaZe Clan member did it. Might have been more than one. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, let's move on. This new Legend of Zelda trailer offers insight to what seems like a handful of serious quality of life upgrades Legend of Zelda, which is a high definition of remasters of the 2011 Wii game on the same name. Although the fandom is patiently awaits its release of Nintendo Switch in July 2021, which is this month. Wow, pretty wild. We're offering a complete insight into many improvements of the new what the new game brings. And it also goes on to say, the recently posted Zelda trailer for Nintendo Switch many newly added quality of life upgrades that addresses some of the most annoying designs. This quote flaws from the original Wii game according to Nintendo's besides graphic improvements. Okay, that's not bad. Graphic improvements and from Nintendo Switch specific upgrades. These include the ability to fast forward dialogue, skip cutscenes, and opt out for fees help. Fies. I can never say that, girls. Like, I think it's fee or fi. Help for the reworked help system. So you can expect Fee the sword spirit to pop up unless it often takes, if it often at all, takes much of the fandom's content. Optional help for Fees. Very first thing featured in the new Legend of Zelda trailer. Link's story will glow at specific points in the game, and Fees actually asks you to require assistance rather than popping up an additional for the fresh upgrades. Upgrade a system that will now ask Fee for the players whenever they need advice, analysis, help, or a reminder of their objective. The very same thing now applies in in-game items whose information is now streamlined, meaning that the game won't remind players what specific items it is for every time Link picks it up, the item up. Imagine having a game tell you what stamina fruit for the 100th time is. In short, no more annoying pop-ups. Oh, that's good. Congrats to the people that got to play that one originally, because I never got to play Skyward Sword originally. So it would be new for me if I get on the Switch. It says Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD will now feature 2 controller schemes as shown on the new Legend of Zelda trailer. One of these control schemes aims to replace functions of the Wii's controller, Remote Plus and the nunchucks, to help improve motion controls, while the other controls traditionally use control schemes, by using the right analog stick. The secondary control menu allows the game to be played on the Switch, one of the most popular handheld consoles in the handheld game mode, on the Pro Controller and Nintendo Switch Lite. Additionally, quality of life upgrades now include higher resolution graphics running from 60 frames FPS per second, over 480p resolution graphics offered by the original Wii games, but that's not all. Players now have the ability to fast forward dialogues and skip cutscenes, which made the replays of the original game tenacious. Why watch a cutscene if you already know what's going on? Same argument could be made about the rerunning in games you already completed. Sometimes the gamers are in it for the action, not the story. Regardless of the readership's viewpoint of the matter, fast forwarding and skipping are pretty useful options to have. The Zelda trailer doesn't showcase the new Zelda Skyward Sword Loftwing amiibo figurine, which allows players to zip in between the game's skies and Hyrule surfaces when tapped into the Nintendo Switch. But of course, the amiibo figures is a purchase separate from the game. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword comes on July 16, 2021 for the current best-selling console, I guess. Nintendo Switch. So make sure you don't miss out for your Legend of Zelda fan series. But anyways, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Oh man, I already know how much controversy that shit had before. That fucking sucks that happened, because that's kind of a bitch that it went down, because, oh my god, that's so fucking garbage that Nintendo still screwed up at people that really, really want to play with amiibos, and a lot of them got bought out by scalpers. It's a damn shame to happen too, because my god, none of that shit was so many good ass action figurines from that thing. It's ridiculous, man. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read this one, but this one was really freaking crazy, bro. This was a bitch. Because, I feel like, in my personal opinion, if you're going to end up work for a super powerful company like freaking Microsoft, especially with the gaming section of Microsoft, this man himself, Microsoft employee, got sentenced to 9 years for Xbox gift cards. He had $10 million in Xbox gift cards. So this comes from worldin24.com. I'm only going to read half of them. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but we'll see. It says, I'm now convinced Microsoft employee, this only happened like 4 days ago, it's super recent, has defrauded his employer with Xbox gift cards. And also goes on to say, as reported by Bloomberg, Microsoft employee Voody, I don't even know how you say that word, Vladimir K. So there's that. Yeah. Vladimir K. Xbox cards are worth over $10 million, while being an engineer responsible for testing the company's e-commerce infrastructure. How did the Xbox gift card scam work? The employee took advantage of a bug in the Microsoft testing shop. He was sent a dummy codes but revealed voucher codes for which he did have not to pay anything. The test system, it sounds like a typo there, I don't know why, let's move on. The test system enabled employees to fake purchases with counterfeited credit cards. The system knew that it wasn't supposed to be delivered to physical items, but a bug in the software was meant that it was sent digitally content with no real money to be used. The employer had noticed the mistake, but instead of reporting it, he took advantage of the situation. Oh, wow. He made millions of dollars with it. The Xbox gift card that he just sold a little bit cheaper on the internet's like Bloomberg. In a report, he was described as, quote, cocky, and he even hacked into his teammates' accounts, so not as to arouse suspicion himself. He even wrote a program that automatically generated gift card codes. Initially, he stated that one of his passwords was a very secret one. Quite interesting for a security specialist. Oh, man. Overall thoughts and opinions. This dude's probably going to go to prison for the rest of his life for stealing millions of dollars, 10 million bucks, and gift cards. He's a fucking idiot. The dude should never. He already had a nice high-paying job enough. Why'd you want to steal $10 million in gift cards when you know your ass is going to get caught sooner or later? You're a freaking dumbass, but whatever. So the phase one, I'm probably just going to have to read another time because this one's a pretty long, lengthy video here, unless I get to the last minute. I don't know. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's get into some Mortal Kombat shit now. So it says, Neatherrelm next project of Mortal Kombat support, Mortal Kombat 11 DL support ends, aka wraps up. This comes from Chandler Wood. Gotta give credit to that person, credit is due. And yeah, that's it. After this, I'm probably going to do two other reactions today, and I probably won't be up till tomorrow. But let's move on. This is unfortunate news for all Mortal Kombat fans wanting more updates, but let's move on. So it says, Mortal Kombat developers Neatherrelm has shifted its focus studios on the next project for the additional content for DLC. And the characters in Mortal Kombat 11 wraps up. The official Mortal Kombat Twitter tweeted the news that let fans know what to expect and any more surprises in the announcements of any other DLC content, and the ports have now come to an end after 2 years. And this is back in June 2nd, or July 2nd, because I thought it was June because he still had the whole LGBTQIA Pride Month symbol that they were doing. So I thought it would have been in June. I guess they forgot to change it because that shit's over already, but whatever. It says, Neatherrelm is now focusing on this project, and after more than 2 years of supporting Mortal Kombat 11, DLC for the game, including characters, coming to an end. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. So it says, first release in 2019, Mortal Kombat 11 got a robust amount of support from Neatherrelm, beginning at the 6 additional characters. Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that. Along with the numerous additional skins for the character of the game. Man, I should have known it, but whatever. 2020 saw the release of a story expansion Aftermath, which they added 3 more other characters skins for a whole new add-on for the original game story. Kombat Pack 2 brought 3 or more characters for later last year with the additional skins package for including the classic MK movie pack, rounding to the content offering. Also goes on to say players who had supported it would continue its other favorite characters skins even brought for the game to then confirm the support has now ended. Players will now have to wait for the next inevitable Mortal Kombat, see if Reptile, Striker, and Smoke will find its way back to the series ever again. Hopefully they do. However, what does this mean for the majority of Neatherrelm's development team has shifted over to working new content and upcoming announced title? Previous rumors have indicated that this will be a Marvel fighting game or fighting games which somehow includes Marvel. Though a lot of fans are also hoping for Injustice 3 following up Neatherrelm's previous work in DC. Oh yeah, was an Injustice 3 game? I'd be okay with that too, because the first 2 games are freaking beautiful. I love the story and all the freaking mechanics in there. The story titles and the cutscenes, freaking perfect, man. Let's move on. What do you hope Neatherrelm is working on next? What do you like to see for the fighting game developer and the Marvel's heroes and villains are next? Fight your way through the ads in the comment section below. Let us know. yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I really hope if it is something else, it might be the Marvel DC fighter game, or Justice 3 would be pretty kick-ass. And yeah, that's it. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys, I'll see you when I see you guys.